and welcome back to the 5th episode in our Nevada State Eco Zoo. So I just reloaded it, and as you can see, everything's back to... Okay, not everything is back to smooth. That one frame didn't like me, but other than that, we're doing good. Doing very fine. Very not dead, I think. The game is not dead yet. It hasn't died. It's okay. I was trying to get another Gariel. Let's just continue that. A female that I can't afford. Yeah, she's from a breeding program, which, okay, but it's a Gariel. I don't really care about her. Let's just poof this thing down here. So that we can actually turn this into a little space for Gariel. Now the main question is, can they enter the water from here? The answer might be no, but we have rocks. Rocks will fix everything, believe me. Let's just remove this little space here and then turn this into a habitat. Yeah, I mean, I still really like the zoo, but I will be happy once I'm done with it. I always forget how long this specific scenario takes, because it's a long one. I mean, we've been at this is like the 5th episode and we haven't finished Silver yet. Which I suppose it could be the same if I didn't speed up some of the other things by, you know, just removing stuff, but the next ones are going to take a while too, so yeah. You know, it just means that I can record more at once. Which is good for me because, yeah, I have to record stuff and, you know, it's better if I get one more episode out of it, so to speak. Because after the career modes, I don't know what I'm going to do after campaign modes. One of my plans was to take the campaign zoos and turn them into actually like pretty looking zoos, going with the general theme, fixing them up a little. But I don't know if I'll do that. We'll see. But that was like one of my plans. Take a bunch of them and build actually nice looking zoos. You know, out of like Myers Lake Zoo and stuff. Turn them into like zoos you'd actually want to go to. Right, I won't have energy over here, will I? How's the power doing? There we go. Okay, there is power. Perfect! We're done with silver. Yay!
Well done on your progress with the Timberwolf Ecology Restoration Project. Oh, such cute puppies! Ah, and will you look at all this biodiversity across the habitats? I'm not exaggerating when I say that all these different trees are the talk of the town. Yeah, I get the feeling that not a lot happens around here normally.
It does seem to be the case. If, you know, the fact that we have trees is the talk of the town, there's definitely not a lot going on. So, pretty simple. Take some rocks. I'm using mossy rocks. You can use whatever rocks you want. I'm using these because they're green and I wanted to have something green once in a while. Rocks. Take some other rocks. Poof them into here. And then just make sure that the animals can actually use this thing. This little whatever it is you're building to get into the water. You know, I just do a bunch of ramps and such. Like platforms and everything. And then the Gariels should be able to access the water. I don't know how steep stairs they can climb. Like, if they can go down from here or not, I have no idea. We'll have to figure that out. Trying to work with some mossy rocks, some non-mossy rocks. Let's see if this works already. No, they still can't access the water. Can they access the stones? Seems like the stones are already the problem. Okay. Why? Why though? Why are the stones the problem? They're flat. Like, I really don't know how to make them more accessible for them. I suppose I'd have to do like a very slow slope. It's a slope. Slope isn't even a word. How much of this can you access? Okay, so they can go down here. They can't go onto this big guy for some random reasons. Let's just remove these for now. But then they can't continue downwards. I have ramp pieces here, right? Climbing ramp. What if I take this piece and turn it to sort of be a ramp to go into the water like this. Can they use that? I mean, I doubt it. No, they can't even access the ramp. What if I put it up here? Like, that's the thing, you can definitely like do something like this, you just have to figure out how to do it. How to make something accessible for your animals. That's not how you make it accessible. That should lead into the water, right? Can you use that to get in? The male is obviously going to be the bigger issue than the female. Because, yeah, like the female can get in through this as well. Just the male can't. So, actually see if it works if I just connect this with this thing. As seamlessly as possible. Probably doesn't, right? Nope, you can't even make it onto the rock fully. I level the rock up a little more, maybe? Okay, like he could technically speaking access the rock. She could use those. I'm gonna leave it for her actually. And I'm gonna see if I can build a ramp for him. Like this is a very typical Planet Zoo thing when you work with gharials and the like. They're not gonna be able to use everything you give them. Sometimes they're just too big for certain objects. Or too long, or too wide, or too everything. This guy is probably too everything. He's just too extra for the zoo. No, what did I do? No, stop it. Don't do that to me. It already placed that, didn't it? Well, whatever, I'm just gonna... Why? When did this access change to something I can't work with? It shouldn't be the case. This should be okay to work with. Come on, game. Give me a good access. There we go. Turn it down, up, down. Yeah. I'm not even gonna say anything to this. I'm trying to turn this platform. Thank you. Okay, let's see if this guy can access this. And you know, then we're just gonna do like a slow staircase thing here. Like very slow to get him into the water. It's like a, you know, the entry point for the kids in the pool, so that they don't slip. Can you use this? Is this okay? No! You can't even get to the ramp because of the terrain here. Okay, so now he could get to the ramp, but he doesn't. Maybe I should have put the Nile monitors here. I don't know if that would make a difference, to be honest. Like, the Nile monitors are smaller, so they could definitely access it more easily, but... At this point, like... I don't think that the easy access is the problem. I just think that this dude is too stupid to walk on a freaking ramp. I mean, look at this. It's not even that the ramp is like too high or anything. It's perfect. Can you walk onto this ramp? Is that possible? No. So how am I gonna get you into the water then? I've tried building a huge ramp. I've tried lowering the terrain, which obviously it won't lower any further. That's the main issue here, right? Maybe he can enter from here actually. It might be worth a try. Because the area here is a lot, well, less steep. I also find it very funny that the crocodile can just jump into the water. Like, don't get me wrong, but this is a crocodile. A gharial, yes, but still. Like, they shouldn't be so scared of water that they can just jump into it. I might have angled the bridge in a bad way to do this one. I don't know if he's going to be able to pass by here, actually. Knowing the game, he won't be able to. Or will he? Can you go over there? Can you make it into the water now? Yes, yes he can. Okay. Oh, that only took 10 years. And like, she can go over this entrance? Well, no, she can swim onto it. That's something at least. She can lie on there. What are you protesting about? Probably the fact that this guy doesn't have access to water. Yeah, he has access to water now. You can leave. Bye bye. Gharials. Finally, a species that is actually just called what they're called. Once again, we'll need a pretty big shelter because the male is huge. Humongously huge. A lot of toys. Why are all of their toys random balls to play with? And why do I not have any food enrichments for them? Oh well. Yeah. They don't really like the terrain too much. Want some more rock. And some more sand. And they want some plants. Asia. Nope, Asia. The other one that starts with an A. Before anyone starts complaining of me not using bamboo at a single time in this build, there you go. I'm done. Info boards. Gharial. 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 Also a Gharial. No. Oh, freaking hell, there's a Gharial right there. Let's also make sure that we move these up here. And you also want to make sure that you have bins up there. On your, like, little walkway. Benches and bins, because people might get tired trying to walk over here. I've also had people who, like, entered this and then they were too hungry to continue living. Increase the average welfare species to 85, so we need to get our research finished. And for that, let's just hire some more vets, maybe. We'll also need to give them more research buildings, obviously. Because otherwise they won't be able to do this. Because for this thing, we need to get the research level up for all of the animals to make them happier. So... I know that that is something we could have done before. Maybe I'm just stupid. You know, I won't counter that statement. But we also need at least one more animal, so... And how many how many wolf cubs? 7? I think so. Which is why I believe I made 2 tiger habitats, 2 timber wolf habitats at that point. To speed it up a little. I need to have 13 species total, so 10 of them need to be happy, but 13 of them need to exist. That is not statistic, but okay. I'm not gonna complain, I suppose. Yeah, the main problem is enrichment. Let's just start all the way at the beginning, really. Just sort through everyone, see how happy they are. I never gave the wolves enrichments. Oh my goodness. Timber wolves. A dog bowl. A block of ice. Another bowl. A sprinkler. Another bowl. And another ball. Okay, well. We definitely need to finish researching these guys. They're all relatively happy. I know that I can't change anything about that now. Same for the pandas. What about you lads? How are you even still alive? They're still happy. What about you? Crocodile. I don't know if I have anything additional research related to it. Saltwater crocodile. Nope, just a sprinkler. Okay. Kind of crappy. I'm researching gharials right now. Okay, so I'll just have some research run through at the moment. Yep. To unlock new stuff for all the animals. To up their food quality and such. What's the alert? Are they all dead? I don't know why there's an alert. Oh, because there's too many adults? Which one is the young one? Okay, that one. This one is their baby, yeah. So let's just release him to the wild. There we go, problem solved. While we're waiting for research to continue, we need to release timber wolves. That takes some time. Let's just build a second timber wolf habitat here. Right here, next to these guys. Timber wolves aren't that hard to get, they're not that expensive. They're a little expensive to keep, but it's fine. Maybe I should just make this a little bit longer. I don't know why I always build with these tiny pieces. It's just something I got used to when I was trying to do really detailed exhibits, habitats, things. And now I wouldn't need to do it anymore, but somehow I still do it. Whee! Wood. Whee! Window. And then let's just remove all the plants in there. And buy 2 timber wolves, which shouldn't be too hard to get. 1 male, 1 young female. In you go. Also more cooling, which won't be a problem because there's pondos next to them, so I can spam this whole thing full with coolers. I am going to hide them though, just for my own conscience. I hate it when you see the coolers. Oh, it's gonna be one of those days where I sit in front of the computer all day recording and cutting videos. I just have days where I don't record, and then days where I just record way too much at this point. I haven't quite figured out, but like usually because I record like scenarios and campaign mode and stuff, like I record all of that at once, right? Like I'll do, for example, I'll do this zoo and then I'll do the whole zoo in one setting. Both for the sake of myself, who will then not have to remember what she was trying to do last time and what she failed at horrendously. And also just for the sake of having it a little more continuous. You know? But then sometimes you're just like, what am I even doing? I do hope that you two are gonna get along, because I need some babies in this zoo. Okay, buffalo start. Was it the male? It was one of the females, so I need to find a female. Oh Maya. Here we go. Loving memory of Umaya. Now, you know, you might consider it to be cool that I'm not going to do anything else about it, but she had a great life while she was in her zoo, you know. And now she's dead. And we need plants for you guys, right? Temperate, tundra, taiga, Asia, Europe, North America. Ha! I know your settings now. Like, yes, I could try to make the rooms like the things look different, but I don't really care enough about that. It's gonna be 2 habitats, and if they look too similar, then that's just because I like the same plants in both of them. I love how it added all the plants to the facility. Like, why? Okay, so how are you guys doing? Fairly good? Research completed. By the way, these are literally just there for breeding. These don't have any other purpose, like they don't count as another habitat animal, because we already have them. They're just there so that we have a second group of timber wolves. Because, you know, there's only always 1 male and 1 female that can mate. And if each of them only has 1 baby, we're gonna be here for 10 years otherwise. How are you guys doing? Decent. Okay. Panic research complete. I was only researching power, so what's that? Okay. Do these animals even are these guys even still alive? Yeah, there's a single tarantula in there. What about our frogs? Well, these don't count, but actually these don't count. What am I doing? I need happiness in habitats, so why am I researching animals that are not in habitats? Do I really need more employees again? I mean, as opposed, you always want to have 1 keeper for each habitat, so considering that I have this many habitats, I might also want that many keepers. Just put a keeper out here. And like a staff room. And people aren't gonna kill me for it? I think they aren't. Okay, they're already moving him. Where are my mechanics? I did assign them to this place, so they should be taking care of everything. Okay, sorry. I am back with full power and full attention. Also, didn't you already try that famous once it did not work? No, there are tiny animals in here, but they just haven't grown up yet. Yeah, I will take her to freedom at some point. But right now they're only pretty cheap. Actually, that's good. Like, these are some of the cheapest carnivores I think you can find in the game. So if you really want carnivores, there you go. Some research done on the Gariel. To get this rating up, we need to do research because we also need to have one more species. But I only have 200 points, so I don't even know what to buy. A snow leopard, yeah. These are all meant to be kept in graves. I mean, I suppose I could get a Himalayan brown bear. How long do those live? I don't want to buy one that's dead by the end of the scenario, you know? 25, that's fine, that's fine. Let's actually pick up that one bear. Can I keep you on your own? I can. And do you need access to water? Most important question, do you want access to water? No, they don't. Perfect. Meaning I can squeeze her in here. What barrier do I need? Grade 4 climb. Okay. Red brick it is. Red brick is grade 5, but it's not climb. So, I'm just gonna go for that. I don't know how much space they'll need, but they'll get this much. Should be enough, right? Can you... It's not obstructed, it's fine. That's 2,000, that's enough. I mean, she's alone at the moment. I'm gonna put another animal in there, don't worry. As soon as I can afford another male, I'm gonna put them in there. Like, I just find it to be very, very ridiculous if you're trying to get CC, which we are because we need more animals, to keep only a male or only a female. I think I've already said it, but I'm not gonna change my opinion. I still think that it's stupid. There we go. Suhani, come on in. I wonder if people will like Suhani. I mean, she's a bear. Another one of those animals that really doesn't make sense in this thing. The Formosan black bear would make sense, but we can't get a Formosan black bear. Those are like tropical, so or like they like tropical biomes. So it's actually decent to use them, but like it would make sense to have them in here. I feel like these bears don't really make sense, but also the wolves don't, so it's fine. I need to assign someone right. Ugh. Pretty big zebra now. I've also forgotten to take all those screenshots, so I'm gonna take a round at the end. Habitat. Species. Himalayan brown bear. We also don't have a particular, like, a large amount of stuff for them. That's gonna be fun. Tiger and Chandra of Asia. Actually gives us a little less plants, but it's fun. I love using all these like moss pieces and whatnot if you just have like enough space for them. Or like decoration as decoration around something. Especially these crowberry bushes. Please don't climb atop it and break out. Please don't do that. I beg you. Don't try to run away. We're a good zoo. These guys can climb, I believe, so... Okay, it's fine. There we go. Now all we need to do is get how many more? 3 more animals? 3 more species? And baby wolves. So many baby wolves. What's the one you're doing? Are you ready to jump? No, Tristan is still a baby. How much longer are you going to be a baby, Tristan? Because I believe I'll just get you a good female, because the ones in here all don't, like, they're all not capable of producing offspring anymore. And then we need to sell off all of our young to get more animals, because we need 3 more. So at least 1 snow leopard, a bunch of hippos maybe. Orangutans are freaking expensive. Well, let's just speed this up. We're already at 26 minutes again. This is episode 5. Ah, this is gonna be a long one. It's not like I'm trying to make it particularly long either. Like, you'd know, because I would be doing that a lot better. This is for these guys. I know that. And these frozen pumpkins can go into the habitat of anything that eats meat, I believe. So... You... Put one in there? Did I put one in there? Yeah, okay. And this rubbing pad is for crocodiles and such, right? But like they don't need it. It's fine. There! Tristan is about to age up so we can release him into the wild so that we can get more money. Oh, look at them! It's baby gharials! Hello! Hello, Zara and some other one. I recall at some point saltwater crocodiles were worth so freaking much, so I just had like a zoo with 2 adult saltwater crocodiles. And they had babies, and I just sold all the babies, and I was so rich at the end of it. I was doing that together with like a tiger breeding program. So like, on one part I had tigers, and then on the other bit I had, I was just gonna say not tigers, which is a very useful thing to say. Can I get another female in there, or is this place already overcrowded? Tempest, go in there. Like, they're all old, so they shouldn't mind the fact that there's another wolf coming in. But it's we're a little low in space, so if there's one more wolf, let's see if that's actually going to take up too much space. All of the flamingos that have matured, I'm going to throw out. And by throw out, I mean... send them into the wild. Let's just figure out if I have too many wolves in this pack now, space-wise. No, they're fine. It's just not exactly enough shelter anymore, but that's fine. I was expecting something like that there. Yeah, well, that's normal. That, you know, that happens. But the good thing is wolves don't mind if you have multiple animals in them. Like, you don't always need to wait for them to grow up and, like, hope that at some point during some schedule of fighting, everything turns out alright. But yeah, we're still just going to be stuck here trying to buy animals. Good old Planet Zoo issues, right? I also want to get a real Himalayan brown bear. Which I can get this one in like 2 seconds. Yay! So our female isn't alone on her own anymore. Huh. Happiness noises. Goodness, but getting the other animals is going to be expensive, so... as I said, I might just cut this episode here. And then farm this stuff, and then at the end do like a short... like show through everything, and just like a short 10-minute episode, because I don't want to do 10 episodes of this. You're stressed, yeah. I just don't. So yeah, that's it for this episode. As I said, the next one is gonna be just a short recap of what the zoo looks like when it's done, because all I'm gonna do now is wait to get like 1,000 something CC, because that's what we'll need for elephants and hippos and whatnot. And then I'm gonna show you around everything I've built. And that's gonna be it. So yeah, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope I'll see you again next time.